Bonsoir Nadine, thanks ladies and gentlemen for joining us in this prime 10 weekend edition of the news on Equinoxe television, live from our headquarters in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. More than half a century after independence, inhabitants of several parts of the Republic of Cameroon continue living without electricity. Tonight, we will take you to a locality not far from the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, where inhabitants have been living for close to a decade without electricity. The Ministry of Public Contracts, identified as the most corrupt public institution in the Republic of Cameroon. This has been revealed by the National Anti-Corruption Commission, Equinoxe, in its 2017 report. Nadine, thanks dear televiewers for staying with us into the second segment of this edition of the bilingual newscast on Equinoxe television. The Ministry of Public Contracts, the most corrupt public institution in one of the most corrupt countries in the world, according to the 2017 report of the National Commission of Anti-Corruption Commission. This institution is topping the classification table. For me, Armstrong Sander has more.
The Ministry of Public Contracts is the most corrupt ministerial department in Cameroon, according to the 2017 report of the National Corruption Commission, Equinoxe, a publication which officials of the ministry, including Minister Abba Sadou, find it difficult to comprehend.
J'ai souhaité
Minister Abba Sadou said he requested to know the criteria that was used to come out with the results, stating that it is necessary to know such criteria in order to better understand and fight corruption in Cameroon. Generally, the 2017 report made an overview of the fight against corruption in Cameroon, whose results others find it difficult to bear. According to the president of Equinoxe, Reverend Dieudonné Massigams, the realization of the fight against corruption at the regional level across Cameroon has moved from 31.95% in 2016 to 33.31% in 2017, with an amelioration rate of 6.01%. Concretely, the fight against corruption brought in the sum of 375,148,476,340 francs CFA into the state coffers in the country. The president, however, noted that much work is still to be done in order to attain a satisfactory level of the fight against corruption in Cameroon. A total of 3,982 cases of corruption were recorded by the institution in 2017 from across the 10 regions of Cameroon and out of the country. However, many remain skeptical on the capacity of Equinoxe to act independently for better results, given that the institution, according to observers in most cases, has been a victim of prevarication.
Several decades after independence, several parts of the Republic of Cameroon, from the big cities to the hinterlands, are still hit by electric energy power crisis, and many inhabitants go without electricity for several weeks, several months, and even several years. And coming up, we're going to take you to one of such localities, the locality of Badudu. It is in the Yaoundé 6th subdivision, not far from the central town of the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, and that in that locality, inhabitants have gone without electricity for close to a decade, as Mimi Mefo reports.
Mbadomo has been in the dark for 7 years. This locality, not far away from Mendong, in Yaoundé 6th subdivision, is situated in Cameroon's political capital. In hospitals, schools, private homes, the use of bush lamps and candles is the only option.
Les accouchements, tu le fais avec la lampe, ce que tu ne peux pas, tu évacues ça pas.
This head of the Mbandomo Medical Center explains that pregnant women give birth in the dark, a situation which has forced many to travel to the city of Yaoundé to seek medical care. Using bush lamps for studies has left several young children with side effects.
Voilà les lunettes de l'enfant que je suis allée acheter à 180 000 parce que je suis arrivée à Mbadoumo. Rien que la mauvaise lumière qui lui a donné le mal des yeux.
The mother of this boy has spent hundreds of thousands to treat the son in hospital as a result.
Something that even when during campaign, most of them they come and campaign for their elections, but they don't care to know what is happening in Equator.
So we are here suffering. There is no light. We are begging for the government to come and give us light. Is in Bandumo. There is no light. Children are suffering, going to school. They cannot they cannot pass well in school because there is no light. Look, this is a lamp that we are using. Lamp and candle. There is no way.
In Badumo, economic activities have been on the standstill. Hairdressers are almost out of business as very few customers visit them. The population, who says that they are tired of enduring, took to the streets to air their grievances. They cannot understand why only their neighborhood is being affected and that they have continued to pay their bills, yet they are still being deprived of electricity.
It is the most populated quarter that we know around. But the irony is that all the other quarters are having light and it is only this quarter.
Nous avons contribué. Nous sommes aujourd'hui à 120 000 par ménage.
This woman explains that each household has contributed at least 120,000 francs CFA for the company in charge of electricity to supply energy in the area. But they are yet to have a clue on how the money was spent. The protesters say that they want the re-elected president of Cameroun, Paul Biya, to address their plight. They say that they are tired of suffering and neglect.
Like the locality of Mbadumu, not far from the central town of the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, many parts of the Republic of Cameroun are in the same situation, especially in the hinterlands, as a result of a recurrent or inadequate or no electric energy supply in those parts of the country. And coming up, we talk about a factory here in the economic capital, Douala, where fake or adulterated honey was being fabricated, and security forces have dismantled that factory where fake honey was fabricated. Details with Manjika and Gabriel.
It was at the Bepanda Ambiance neighborhood that the investigation team, led by the assistant commander of the Gendarmerie Brigade of Bepanda, Christian Ma, on the production of fake honey had its end. Even though the accused managed to escape after hearing about the arrival of the officers, the security officials were able to seize everything used by the man. The production of the fake honey begins with the fermentation of sugar in containers. Later it is transferred into the pot where the sugar is boiled until it gets a brown color similar to that of honey, and after, a drop of the original honey is mixed with the boiled sugar for it to have the taste of honey. It is later filled into gallons where different clients come to pick them up. It was after several complaints received by the gendarmerie on the poor nature of honey that an investigation was opened. Even though the officer didn't get the brain behind the fake production of honey, bags of sugar and already set to deliver fake honey were taken by the gendarmes as they continued their search for the fake honey producer.
A fake honey production factory dismantled in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala, now out of the country. Fears of fraud, public unrest, delayed voting, and diseases, a perfect storm of factors that are threatening a peaceful presidential election in the Democratic Republic of Congo tomorrow. Let's see your news.
Sunday's election in the Democratic Republic of Congo is taking place under gathering storm clouds. It will use controversial voting machines, 8,000 of which were lost in a fire. It's over 2 years late and was delayed for another week after an Ebola outbreak was declared and ethnic violence broke out in Beni. Beni and the city of Butembo will now not vote until March, long after their new president is inaugurated, and won't take part on Sunday. President Kabila cannot stand again. There are 3 main contenders from a field of 21. Emmanuel Shadari, Martin Fayulu, and Felix Tshisekedi. Whoever wins faces a Herculean task, rebuilding Africa's second largest country and finding a way for the DRC to benefit more from the vast wealth the world digs up from underneath its soil. In Beni, people marched in the streets to protest against the Electoral Commission's decision to delay voting. While in Goma, clashes followed calls for a general strike.
And in Egypt, security forces have killed more than 30 suspected militants. They were killed in the Gaza and the Sinai. Euronews.
The day after the bombing of a Vietnamese tourist bus that killed 4 people in Giza, Egyptian security forces are claiming to have killed 40 suspected Islamic militants. 30 were killed in Giza, while another 10 died in raids in North Sinai. In total, 3 separate locations were hit in coordinated attacks. There were no reports of any casualties among the security forces during the gun battles. The Giza raids took down cells that were reportedly planning terror attacks on state institutions and the tourist industry, although authorities did not connect them to the bus attack, while in the Sinai it was Islamic State that was targeted. Victims of the bus attack are being treated in the Cairo hospital, and the authorities are working hard to try and repair damage to Cairo's reputation as a safe place to visit, insisting on the fact that the bus driver had strayed off an official tourist route and pointing to security successes against terror suspects.
Coming up, a special story on a fake or bad quality rice that has been circulating on markets in the Republic of Cameroon. The news about the bad quality rice made public by a civil society activist has gone viral on social media, and the company that is concerned with the production of this rice has equally made a press statement denouncing the source of that rice, indicating that the rice is not produced by that company. Broly Nadine.
Effectivement, Babila Jonathan, la polémique ne cesse d'enfler depuis quelques jours autour du riz de marque Broly, contrefait des Camerounais qui ont été choqués après la diffusion d'une vidéo sur les réseaux sociaux présentant cette céréale comme étant de mauvaise qualité. Du coup, les consommateurs émettent de fortes réserves sur sa sécurité. L'entreprise rassure, mais le gouvernement veut voir clair. Voici l'enquête que signent Warren de Innocent Abega, Julien Berthe-Bissaï et Kedjara.
Faire fait grand bruit sur les réseaux sociaux et a été rendu viral par une vidéo de dénonciation publiée par l'homme politique Jean-Marc Ngos. À l'intérieur de la vidéo, on peut le voir très en colère, en train de se servir d'une boule de riz cuit comme d'une balle de tennis. Alors, au cours de notre enquête, nous nous sommes rendus à son domicile afin de vérifier la véracité de cette information. Il nous expliquera avoir été alerté par son épouse qui aurait reçu sur les réseaux sociaux une vidéo dans laquelle une femme non identifiée se plaint de la mauvaise qualité du riz Armenti, commercialisé, tout comme Broly, par Africa Food Distribution. Intriguée, elle décide d'essayer avec du riz Broly et le résultat est le même.
Cette vidéo a interpellé mon épouse qui dit carrément, écoute, chez eux on a dû placer dans nos marmites. Je dis comment ça? Elle me balance une boule, j'attrape la boule qui avait la taille de cette balle de billard là, ok? Et je dis, mais c'est pas possible, quand je la frappe au sol, elle rebondit comme la tisse.
Après cet échange, Jean-Marc Ngos va faire la même expérience et c'est le résultat de celle-ci qu'il va diffuser sur les réseaux sociaux. Alors, avec nos reporters, on fait le pari fou de cuisiner du riz Broly chez lui. Pour cela, pas question de le faire avec du riz trouvé sur place. On décide de se rendre au marché de Bonamoussadi, dont la boutique habituellement fréquentée par son épouse. Et là, on se procure un sac de riz Broly de 5 kg. Hors caméra, la commerçante nous avouera se procurer sa marchandise directement chez les commerciaux d'Africa Food Distribution. De retour à la maison, la première expérience consiste à vérifier la texture du riz acheté ainsi que son odeur et la comparer ensuite au premier riz cuisiné par Jean-Marc Ngos.
Il est fait en décembre 2017. D'accord? Il a 1 an. Il périme en décembre 2019. Bon, ici, on a de péremption mai 2018, mai 2020. Donc celui-là, c'est le tout premier qu'on était en train de manger. C'est ça qui est presque fini. C'est ça qui a donné l'alerte. Voilà. On met la main dedans, tu vois. Tu mets la main au fond, regarde. Il n'y a qu'une poudre de riz, tu vois. La main est toute claire, il n'y a pas de poudre de riz. Quel est le riz au monde qui n'a pas de poudre? Il n'y a aucune poussière.
Ensuite vient le moment de la cuisson, réalisé par notre reporter. Une fois le riz cuit et refroidi, il se transforme en véritable pâte collante, dont les boules ont la capacité de rebondir.
Pour la nouvelle, il n'a pas réagi. Mais voilà, c'est comment nous. Voilà. Voilà comment ça. Voilà ça.
Quelques heures après ce test, on se rendra cette fois au point de presse organisé par Africa Food Distribution dans le but de se blanchir. Et ici aussi, un test de cuisson est réalisé sur les 2 types de riz mis en cause. Le résultat est différent de celui que nous avons obtenu chez l'homme politique. Il est parfait. Alors question, où se trouve véritablement le problème? À la production, au niveau de la distribution de ces riz, à moins qu'il ne s'agisse d'une affaire de contrefaçon. Sur les réseaux sociaux, les positions des uns et des autres se précisent et tendent à enflammer l'affaire. Pour Delors Magellan Kamse Kamgen, de la Ligue camerounaise des consommateurs, au-delà du riz, c'est toute la qualité des produits Broly qui est mise en cause. Dans sa série de posts sur la question, il va même jusqu'à demander aux Camerounais de boycotter la marque. Tandis que des hommes de la société civile et des journalistes tels que Rodrigue Tanguay se rangent du côté de l'entreprise et en appellent à l'esprit de parcimonie du consommateur. En réponse à toute cette agitation, le ministre du Commerce va convoquer une réunion pour le 3 janvier prochain dans ses services, réunion à laquelle il a tenu à inviter le président directeur général d'Africa Food Distribution. C'est une affaire à suivre.
Et vous l'avez suivi dans cette grande enquête que le ministre du Commerce a convoqué le président directeur général de la société Africa Food Distribution à une réunion le 3 janvier 2019. Luc Magloire Bagara Tangana veut faire la lumière sur la qualité, la non-nocivité, sur la santé humaine du riz de marque Broly et Amanti importé par sa société et présenté ces derniers jours dans les réseaux sociaux comme étant des produits contrefaits. Au cours de la réunion à laquelle sont également conviés le ministère de l'Agriculture ainsi que du Développement rural et l'Agence des normes et de la qualité. Le ministre invite le PDG de Africa Food Distribution à se munir des documents importants tels que les attestations de conformité avant expédition des marchandises délivrées par les organismes accrédités et du mandaté, le certificat de conformité à la norme délivré par la NOR et le procès-verbal d'inspection phytosanitaire et l'importation délivrée par le poste de police phytosanitaire du port autonome de Douala. C'est ici que nous mettons un terme à ce journal. Mesdames et messieurs, messieurs, merci pour votre aimable attention et passez d'agréables moments en compagnie de nos programmes. Babila Jonathan.
Right, Nadine, we should indicate right away that it is certainly after the meeting between the top management of the company producing that brand of rice and the country's Minister of Trade, Luke Makluambarga Tangana, that we shall be able to answer the question as to where the security or the situation or the problem is found. Is it at the level of production or distribution? We shall be informing you as soon as we are informed. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us. Good night.